You know, every car has its own story.
I couldn't do my job without my car.
The jobs are so spread out throughout Anoka County. And these people are so grateful to get these vehicles. You know, it's their independence.
Thank you.
78% of our recipients are single moms.
It'll be a lot easier to bring the baby and bring it out of the car.
I have a 4-year-old at home, single mom, so this whole day is just making the rest of my year and will probably impact my future and her future as well. I'm just something as simple as car repairs.
It's not going to just anybody. It's going to somebody who deserves it, who truly wants to work for what they have.
Restoring Hope, One Car at a Time, is a co-production of Free2Be Incorporated, providing car care to enable independence, and TPT's Minnesota channel. Additional funding for this program is provided by the McKnight Foundation, John's Auto Parts, and the following friends of Free2Be.
Our primary goal is to receive cars that we can fix and give to needy families. That's our mission. It's providing car care to enable independence. Free2Be receives donated cars, and then we also help repair cars for clients. The biggest challenges for people in poverty is transportation and childcare. And that's one of the reasons why Free2Be was formulated, was because they looked at the issues and the problems that people in poverty have, and then what kind of resources are there to help them. And there was no resource for transportation for these people, and that's when Free2Be came into existence to help these people in poverty. The group that we help is almost identical to the demographics of the county, of the poor people in the county. 78% of our recipients are single moms. They have to be residents of Anoka County for at least 6 months. If they're receiving a donated car, then they have to be referred to us by either a social service agency in the county or by one of the churches. So this morning what you're seeing are the car recipients coming in. We're also seeing people that need to have their cars repaired. They're bringing their keys in. They already know what needs to be repaired on their cars, but they're bringing their cars in, giving us the keys. Our normal limit when we fix cars for one of our clients is $300.
We've given away over 500 cars to folks who need them, and it's really enhanced their lives, because transportation around here is pretty tough if you don't have a vehicle.
Mass transportation isn't quite as good in the suburb areas, depending on where you're working, as it might be in the main cities. For these people to be able to have a job, you know, is very dependent oftentimes on transportation, and they always don't have the availability to get picked up by somebody to be able to get them to work. For myself, I drive miles a day because of what I do for a living, and I couldn't do my job without my car. And so a lot of people can't do that as well. So it's very important. And if they have family and children, and be able to get those, be able to have them involved in activities and be with other people, you know, a lot of times they're not able to do that unless they have a way to get there. So it's an important means for us, I guess.
Well, I think you have to have a community that's wanting to support this, and this means businesses, this means churches, this means individuals who see the need and are willing to come and get their hands dirty and work to make it happen.
Rich?
Yeah.
How long have I been helping Free2Be?
6 years.
6 years.
Why do you do it?
You know, I think it's a good thing to do. You know, I think it's the right thing to do. I learn a lot, have a lot of good friends. There's all sorts of types of needs, right? So everyone has a different, sometimes it's for the mom who can take her daughter to dance class or have a job now, because we don't have great bus service in the north side, so you can't always have a bus. And so sometimes it's for the single person, whether guy or gal, just to be able to have a job. And you know, kind of the free to be independent. You know, free to do good things for them, get themselves self-sufficient so they can help others.
And they are truly grateful. I've seen the faces on a number of people, and they're just overwhelmed with the generosity, you know, and that's the reward for most of us, is just seeing their faces at the end when they get their keys.
That's one of the best things once is when a little girl comes up to her mom and said, "Now I can go to dance class, can't I, Mom?" She said, "Yep, now you can."
Victory Auto is a perfect example of someone that is in business in the community that supports the program, and without that, we wouldn't be able to make it work. So it's almost like a Chinese fire drill, matching the volunteers with the cars that need to be repaired and making sure that they've got the right space, that the parts are there. Just try to keep organization in what might look like organized chaos.
When we first started in Free2Be, I was a little nervous. You know, there's a lot of people in the shop and I don't really know them all. Not necessarily don't know them all, but don't know all their abilities. You know, they really work well as a team. And it really took me a while, maybe a couple of years, really to kind of stop worrying about what's going on in the shop. The guys do a good job working together. There's enough qualified volunteers that know what they're doing that, you know, I really can just be a problem solver if something comes up on a Saturday. But it's amazing, you know, these guys, oftentimes they're either, you know, got a full-time job themselves and they give their Saturday to this. And so I'm usually pretty humbled that these guys come in, they flock in and take care of what they got to take care of and give their Saturdays.
If you're donating a car, make sure you know what the nonprofit is going to do with that car. If they're simply going to take that car and sell it at auction, then what that tells you is you can only claim as a deduction what they get for that car by selling it at auction. I guess the important question is, what are they doing with the resources that they gain from giving that car to a nonprofit? If that's a nonprofit that you want to support, then that's your option and that's what you need to do. But if you want to give a car and help a family, then make sure that the cars that nonprofit receives, they evaluate those cars and try to give them then to needy families, to make a difference in someone's life and help them to get to work and take care of their family.
Restoring Hope, One Car at a Time is a co-production of Free2Be Incorporated, providing car care to enable independence, and TPT's Minnesota channel. Additional funding for this program is provided by the McKnight Foundation, John's Auto Parts, and the following friends of Free2Be: